These are pieces that speak very deeply to me since childhood. They cast violin playing in such different lights, so it was an incredible challenge for me to showcase the different musical personalities.
This is her debut CD, and she picked a really ambitious program. They all have relationships to each other.
Everything harkens back to Johann Sebastian Bach, to the roots of the Western classical music tradition. So I start with Bach's Partita in B minor, which is a set of stylized dance forms. And then Bela Bartók's solo sonata is incredibly special for me because it points to my roots and my history with my mother being a professional folk dancer. I think subconsciously it has always informed me as a musician because as a violinist, I'm pretty fascinated with dance and choreographed movement and how that relates to sound and music, especially for Bach or the Bartók solo sonata, which is based on these conventional dance forms. Ysaÿe's fourth sonata was also inspired by Bach, and Fritz Kreisler's Recitativo Scherzo Caprice is directly tied to Ysaÿe. So there are different aspects, but it all goes back to Bach and then the violin as a medium of art.
She's really an exceptional player. I'm very happy she's doing it here at Skywalker and doing it with me.
Nancy's playing is able to capture the music in exactly the way she wants to because we had this beautiful room to do it in with a stellar recording engineer that captured everything just beautifully.
I like to experiment and not just go with something that's tried and true. The beauty about the scoring stage here at Skywalker is that because you can manipulate the sound of the room itself, it's not just about moving microphones or picking different microphones, you can also use the room as a tool.
Nancy has a very world view of what she brings to her music. You know, she did some work studying the idiomatic folk melodies of the Bartók. She went to Hungary and actually did hear some folk musicians there and bringing that into her playing.
Bartók's music has this visceral quality. You have to put in every fiber of your body into the music because it demands so much rhythmically. It demands so much with sound color. There is beauty of sound, of course, but there is this violent, sometimes otherworldly quality to sound and music making that we also need to incorporate. Fritz Kreisler holds a special place in my heart because of his sound, and I would say it's just so simply sweet but also warm and lush, and his sound concept has inspired me as a violinist. And this piece in particular ties beautifully with Ysaÿe because he dedicated the Recitative Scherzo Caprice to Ysaÿe, and Ysaÿe dedicated the fourth sonata to Kreisler. So it's a kind of musical gift or tribute to each other. I really wanted to channel that spirit, but on the other hand, as a beautiful byproduct, I got to discover my own voice through this particular piece, which has accompanied me for so long already, since maybe 12 years. Yeah.
It's going to be like a little bit of a patchwork of what she brings to music and who she is as a musician.
It's just very hard for me to define what my musical voice is, but I hope that it is a constant pursuit of this balance between singing and speaking. I do hope that through these pieces, one not only appreciates the differences and the versatility of the violin as an instrument, but also the stories of these musical personalities.